I don't know if they're working this morning.
Grey man, but then I started to think he was nice because he told us how he came from poor backgrounds, but I think now he's a bit weak. He doesn't give any impact, I feel. Not much personality. I feel we've lost our way. I think everyone should pull together if we're in this mess, which is how I believe in a family. You all pull together and that you help the one that is down at the time, and I feel the government, all parties should do that and try and think of this country and get this country out of a mess. Not they're only thinking of if we knock him down, we can get in his seat, and I think that's not good for the country, really. Wasn't very happy about Major. I felt he was quite a grey man, but
dangerous is when the universe pick you and you put on the magic glasses. There's rules that go with them. You can never take them off. You never see things that they're supposed to be. You see things as they are. You can never force nobody else to wear them.
No shopping trolleys this side, but we do have some scooters. No need for magnets. Shopping trolleys and scooters are available.
then I started to think he was nice because
Step by step to the point from which there is no return. Never again will you be capable of love or friendship, or joy of life, or laughter, or courage, or curiosity, or integrity. You will be hollow. We will squeeze you empty, and then we will fill you with ourselves, with love of Big Brother. Now, before we begin your cure, are there any questions?
We're in Barhead, Glasgow. Just beside 20's plenty.
he told us how he came.
Good morning. I'm not British. Where is this place? Planet Earth, my friend. This place is planet Earth. Sometimes I hope it's a place where men can be fathers. It's a crazy place.
If you think I'm this, and you keep me separated from those that I love so much and love me, I'm happy.
Sunny today. I'm hungry today. I want some food. Why don't you set yourself free? It's only
I love you so much.
reality.
I never stop thinking about you. Every day. I love you.
There's a handful of you on here watching my old face walking in this direction, and every morning I come on and I moan and I complain, and people moan about me moaning, and people complain about me complaining. But I think that's something that Scottish people can do, especially Glaswegians. Moan. And why shouldn't we, when children are being abused and so many of the professional and female types are abusing them? Every day I'm talking about the abduction and abuse of my children from Scotland and the UK, from here to Poland. I'm just trying to make any of you aware, if any of you are fathers, or if any of you are mothers, and if you just feel lost with getting nowhere dealing with the British government, the Scottish government, any of the European Parliament, no one's interested ever in stopping child abuse. No one's interested in assisting fathers or parents. And every day I'm talking about this same nonsense. Court documented child abuse by police, court documented child abuse by parasites in Poland, court documented child abuse and assistance by the Catholic cult. I mean, I know many of you Christian or Catholics or whatever flavour of Christianity you want to be. I understand there's a big push in this right now. A big push on Christianity. If we gave a toss about anyone, we would actually be saving and helping our children. And every one of these parliaments are filled with predators that would rather have you fighting amongst yourself, have you fighting amongst people in your own town, than helping children in your town being raped and abused by women, being abducted by women. I'm disgusted at our level of ignorance. I'm disgusted at parents' levels of ignorance. I'm disgusted at adults' levels of ignorance. I'm disgusted at the security services coming on here the past few weeks, attempting to belittle me so I commit suicide. Instead, some crappy little parental alienation channel with a father that couldn't give a toss if these videos look cool to you or not. I've been getting like 1,000 views, 2,000 views, 6,000 views. Why? Because these predatory little scumbags that they call police these days are assisting child abuse, ignoring child abuse, gaslighting parents about child abuse. My children, Matthew and Ava, have been abused by a Catholic cult in Poland today in a place called Gorzów Wielkopolski. I let people know every day, but the security services stop me from letting you know. And more than likely, you'll be able to feel hate for me rather than any decency towards the children being abused. You would rather feel and spread hate and fear. Hate and fear. It's my pal there. Good morning, dear. We look the same, we dress the same, and we possibly speak to the same number of people each day. One another. Why am I bothering coming on here? Why am I bothering doing any of this? None of you actually give a shit if children are safe or not. None of you really care. It's confusing as a father, it's confusing as a parent. Knowing that my ex-partner, who I loved, I failed in protecting my children because I chose a beast woman who's more into feminism than the protection of her own children. I don't know what to do, I don't know who to turn to. Should I turn to any of you guys because none of you seem to care? Once you find out you're actually giving me traction and assisting me build this crappy wee channel, you stop doing what's working. Or maybe it's me that stopped doing what's working. What's working? Absolutely nothing. Matthew and Eva deserve to know me. I couldn't care less how much you hate, especially me. I couldn't care how much you hate me. Couldn't care what you think about me or how much you judge me. Couldn't care if you want to jump me, beat me, call me a terrorist and throw me in your Polish dungeon again. Throw me in your Polish dungeon again in Gorzów. Prosecutor Catherine, you little tramp. Protecting a child abusing lowlife, protecting child abuser, protecting your next door neighbour, protecting family, friends in your local neighbourhood. As you throw me in a prison cell, what gives you the right to throw me in a prison cell and call me a terrorist, you beast? Prosecutor Catherine Gorzów Wielkopolski lives in Gorchin. Gorzów Wielkopolski. You drag me off the street and you call me a terrorist and throw me in a prison cell and have Krzysztof Rydzyński, Prosecutor Krzysztof Rydzyński, protect you? You beast! You beast! You Polish prosecuting beasts! You child abusing liars! I'm telling you every day my son and daughter's been taken to Gorzów Wielkopolski. I'm telling you every single day my son and daughter were abducted there and they're abused by women there. Prosecutors are protecting the child abusing low-life beasts. Feminist Catholic beasts. You've got Catholics in your area that lie about historical child abuse. You've got Catholics in your area that ignore the Monsignor, the father, the priest. Ignore the child abuse. Oh no, but we're highlighting child abuse from 50 years ago while we're abusing children today. While I tell you about today's abuse, you're ignoring today's abuse. You fend feminist charities to ignore today's abuse. You fund fanatical, low-life Polish scumbags to abuse and abduct children. Parasites. The Police Scotland, the Domestic Abuse Investigation Unit, the DAIU Scotland, assisted in child abuse. The Scottish pigs, you are pigs assisting in the Polish child abuse. Yeah, not so many, the police commenting now, you pigs, child abusing Scottish police pigs, British police pigs, supporting child abusing charities, funded child abusing charities. Women's Aid. Women's Aid's a funded fanatical feminist charity that abuses children. Women's Aid abuses children in this country. Scotland funds abusive charities like Edinburgh Women's Aid, funding feminist child abusing lowlives. Prosecutor Catherine, you're going to pay for what you've done. Krzysztof Rydzyński, you wee scumbag rat, protection and Prosecutor Catherine because she called me a terrorist and threw me in a dungeon. You protect scumbags like that abuse kids, you beast. Well, expect yourself and family and every part of your life to feel like it's worse than anything you've created in mine, you abusive beast. Prosecutor Rudzinski, you beast. Bring my children back to Scotland, Scottish DAIU, Domestic Abuse Investigation Unit. That's right, domestic abuse. I'm supposed to have raped and beat her. You beasts. Polish beasts. Not one of you women out there are worthy mothers. Nothing liked anywhere here, nothing spread, no one subscribes, on you go. Child abusing parasites. Coming on my feed, you child abusing fucking parasites, you lowlives. Every morning waking up, never knowing your children are safe. Every morning waking up, having feminist charities funded by you fanatical pigs. The Scottish Police, the DAIU, that assist child abuse in this country. You assist Polish child abuse, keeping my children kept far away from me. You think that's the right thing to do? Oh, look how angry you are. Yes, because you abuse children, you dirty pigs. This town full of Freemasons and Catholic child abusing pigs. You think I'm frightened of anyone because you fill my town full of Freemasonic pigs? You think I'm frightened because the Eastern Star walk about here like little funded pigs? Bring my children back to Scotland now, you pigs. Bring my children back, you child abusing pigs. DAIU, the Domestic Abuse Investigation Unit. Nothing but a lot of pigs assisting child abusing liars. Women using false allegations. Court documented and you still ignore it. Lots of women walking about ignoring everything. Lots of women walking about ignoring the rights of children. Lots of fathers keeping their heads down, not caring about the abuse of children. Because they're part of the Freemasons, the 307. That'll keep them quiet. They're part of the Catholic cult, St John's. I was born in that St John's church. Taken into that place. Finding out my family's been touched up by these parasites. And then knowing the Polish parasites are assisting in the abuse constantly. You assisted in the abduction, you assist in the abuse. Every morning I'll be telling you, every day I'll be letting you know, every fucking person that says they're a parent, you should be knowing about this. You should be supporting mothers and fathers in this position. It's men like me that try to get to commit suicide every day because they don't get to see their children, people laughing in the background. People laughing in the background at a father's suffering and his children are being abused by a Polish beast through funded charity in the UK. Funded charity. Funded charities to beast kids. The DAIU assisting in abduction. The DAIU assisting in abduction. Just because the woman lied about being raped, the woman lied about being beasted, and the woman is the beast, the bed-hopping beast that abuses children. Bed-hopping Polish beast. Who will the bed-hopping Polish beast abuse next? Because you allow it. You'll protect Prosecutor Catherine that throws us in a prison cell and calls you a terrorist. You'll protect the real terrorist, the prosecutor in Gorzhov. Prosecutor Krzysztof Rudzinski is assisting Prosecutor Catherine because she was the one that threw me in the dungeon and called me a terrorist. Even though it was court documented that my ex was a barefaced liar, assisted by thousands and thousands of pounds given by the Scottish Government to abuse children. And today, we stop any investigation into the safety of children. We stop any and all investigations into the safety of children. Why? Because Scottish SNP party are full of little... You tell me what the SNP is. You tell me what that parasite Swinney is. He stopped investigations, the same as every leader last before him. And Swinney's not a leader of anything. Five-a-side team he wouldn't lead. This is what Scotland's been brought down to. The Domestic Abuse Investigation Unit assisting child abuse. The Police Scotland assist Polish child abusing rats that lie. Everything that I've said is court documented. Don't shoot the messenger. But if you want to come with a couple of guns to attempt to shoot me, go ahead and do that. When you wake up every day and you don't know about the safety of your son and daughter, and you don't worry, you're a pest. I need you to know that my son and daughter were taken from Glasgow to Gorzów Wielkopolski in Poland, and when I went there I was thrown in a prison called a terrorist by a family friend. 3 years I've not got to wake up to know my children are safe or where they are. Every scumbag Catholic run about me is ignoring it. Every scumbag Freemason's ignoring it. You try and talk to anyone in this town and you're the mad one. You'll sound as mad as you like. As long as you abuse kids, I'll be coming after you. I'll be coming after you. You think this is just some joke every day? Oh, this guy sounds like Sean Connery, ha ha ha! Which is pretty funny. My son's 8 this year, my daughter was 12 this year. Both of them deserve to know me. They should have had 5 years of memories with me. They would have been able to find out how much they should hate their daddy after that last 5 years, you know? They should have been able to gather the information for themselves and made an informed decision when you're being abused. Nah, Scotland doesn't allow informed decision. Scotland doesn't allow anything that's informed. Not for children. Children are abused in this country. If they're not getting raped and abused off their own parents, intergenerational abuse by these Freemasonic Catholic cult members, can be anybody. What am I going to spend my £2 on today? We're going to spoil ourselves with. Let's see. I can't afford to buy Rosie. 45 pence for a roll. Can't afford that. £1.98 breakfast pack. You like some of that? We'll have a breakfast pack, yeah. £1.98. Hello, my friend.
Hello.
What's that?
198.
198. So I'm jiggling some change here.
What?
I think that's it.
183.
That's alright, you stick it in a wee box, mate. See you later. Alright, so that's some food purchased. Nah. Not many of you would call what this is in this packet food. It's some barley rusks and possibly some type of meat. But I'm going to eat it. Morning, sir.
Oh, good morning, good gentlemen.
Good morning, good gentlemen. Thank you very much. Yes, that's it. I get called decent. I get called decent. It's nice to be called decent. But realistically, I just want to see my son and daughter. I want you to know that I'm very angry. Very, very, very angry every day. I'm very angry. I'm losing it every day. If you're a parent and you don't get to know the safety of your child every day and you're not losing it, something's very wrong with you. Something is very wrong with you, Poland child abusers. 95% Catholic cult. No wonder it's not been invaded. A 95% Catholic cult, let's keep that clean. Let's keep it like the South American cults. Always 95% Catholic, let's not waste them. Britain, Germany, France, let's get rid of that. Oh. I don't like most of what's going on just now. The nurses, the doctors, the psychotherapists, psychologists. What's happened to you? What's happened to you? How come your level of knowledge is so low? I'm trying to stop you from looking at me this way. Are any of you out there parents? Is anyone else parents out there? Would any of you protect children that are in a vulnerable position? Or would you think more about your own safety? Would any of you step out within your own community and be willing to be the black sheep of your community? Because in your community right now, they don't give a toss about child abuse. They don't give a toss about child abuse in any town in Glasgow. They couldn't care less, because it's normally the parents or the parents' friends abusing the children. And the Freemasons and Catholics love that. They love that control mechanism. Intergenerational child abuse. This boy's head's never going to be a man's head. Not at all. Not if we rape them. Not if we get this little effeminate nurse here. We'll get the nurse to rape the little boys. How can that nurse rape the little boys? Pulling the little boys' heads into a private part. That's what the nurses are doing. Pulling little boys' heads into their private parts. That's what that's what happens and how little boys are abused by women here. We know what happens, you dirty little pigs. My son and daughter need safety, and that means they need to be with me, not anywhere near you scumbags. And I'm saying, I know every one of you out there, you predators watching this, that's what the algorithms do. Doesn't assist family, doesn't assist fathers, won't assist children. There's nothing that assists children. There is no funded charity worldwide for children. If they pretend it's for children, it's beasts. I need to see my son and daughter, and if people don't get that, I'll be coming to Poland and starting a war myself. I'll be coming to Poland and starting the war myself. Poland are trying to start the war for the rest of the world right now. Beasts. Abusing children, beasts. That doesn't mean that there's not every man and woman with an opinion similar to mine in Poland, where they know the Catholic cult is nothing more than full of predators. And when we tell them it's full of predators, they say, yeah, but we're looking at the historic child abuse. No, we're looking at the abuse today, you paedophiles, you low-life scumbags. And believe me, we're going to get you. I wouldn't care if it's 0.5% of parents. I wouldn't care if it was 0.5% of parents. We'll get you, you scumbags. Paedophile rats. Just know that we're going to make sure we get you. We're going to make sure we get you. Many of you that are part of this channel, feel free to unsubscribe and unlike any video you've liked. This channel is not about any YouTube, any nonsense that these parasites put out. YouTube will never be on your side. YouTube's never going to help one single child. If YouTube would get extra money for ripping children to pieces, that's what it would do. And many people do that. Many women do that, because women are sellout pigs right now. Polish sellout pigs. I know that charities are funded to make sure you little piglets that would sell out, you do sell out. Very few of you are mothers. Very few of you are mothers. That doesn't mean you've had a child. Lots of women out there having had children, they're better mothers than you are. Sellout Polish beasts and Gorzów Wielkopolski. Listen, Gorzow, and it's Wielkopolski. Just put WLKP and write off to your Polish embassy. We know about this child abuse. We know about the Catholic cult. In fact, if you mention Catholicism to anyone in this world, they think paedophile priests. That's not by mistake. It's not just simply an error. Everybody knows it. Well, not you're going to like this video or 1,000 videos, you're going to protect children or fathers or mothers. You need to start today. You need to have a serious think about yourself today. Don't be waiting any longer, because you've failed enough people, you've failed enough children. Children are being murdered every day. Families are torn apart every day, and you do that by having a father kill himself, and you fund everything to kill fathers. You fund everything to kill fathers. You're beasts. You dirty beasts. Gorzów Wielkopolski, I swear we will catch up with you. $1 billion zloty lawsuit. You're going to lose everything. Every single prosecutor in that disgusting little town. Because good men and women stand in there. There's some decent men and women that stand in there. I know, because they stand beside me and they couldn't care less what you little parasitical Polish liars say. We know lots of you Catholic child abusing parasites hang out in Poland. We know you're protected, you're paedophile losers. We'll get you. Every one of you priests out there, every one of you hiding behind collars, every one of you stupid little women taking money from family Every one of you destroying the lives of your own children, you beasts. You dirty beasts. Gorzov Kapolsky, 1 billion zloty lawsuit. You're going to lose everything in this disgusting town. You've broken so many decent people in your town. Every decent man and woman stands against Gorzov Kapolsky. And the Lubuskia, every decent man and woman stands against Lubuskia. Every decent man and woman in Poland stands against. That's who's bringing your country down. I know Poland loves Poland. I know the Polish love their country. So to love your country, you need to get rid of this annex. The annex being Gorzov Kapolsky. Give it back to the scumbags and Nazi land. Give it back to them. Give this back to them, because all they do is abuse children and protect paedophile priests here. All they do is abuse. Remember the last place to hold Adolf Hitler was this town called Gorzov Kapolsky, historically called Landsberg. Landsberg was the last place Adolf Hitler was held before the Russians blew him to pieces and knocked him into parts that you could not identify. And I believe that's going to happen to these prosecutors who abuse kids. Every one of these prosecutors that have protected child abusers, that's going to happen to you. You'll be unidentifiable because people will be aware that's the beasts, that's the prosecutors, that's the Polish beasts. How dare they call themselves Polish? How dare they relate to my country of Poland? How dare they abuse children and say that in any way, shape or form they're close to being Christian? Catholic liar, you Catholic child abusing liars, getting funded charities in the UK through the Catholic Church. You'll fund anyone, wouldn't you, that abuses children? Going on about your historical child abuse while abusing children every day. Liars. You're liars. Get my children returned to Scotland now. Return my children, you beasts. You Polish beasts. Every one of you know what's going on. Children are being abducted from every country. Women are involved in child abuse at the highest levels. Ghislaine Maxwell was not just a mistake. Oh, she's the only one that paid for it. She's the only person that's still breathing and she knows everything. She'll be held down to the day she dies and she deserves everything that's coming to her, as do the prosecutors in Gorzov Kapolsky. You child abusing beasts. You liars. The DAIU assisted in the abduction to get my children there, and then the beast done all the rest. The Catholic cult funded a lot of it. The Catholic cult's funding the takedown of your country as the Freemasons kill every decent man in it, and you know it. You see the signs and the signals everywhere for the Freemasonic groups, 33s everywhere. It's everywhere when they kill someone, everywhere when they rape a child, and it's in their own child's bedrooms, these parasites, Freemasonic Catholic cult killing kids. And these are doing nothing. Unlike, unsubscribe every part of me, stay away from me, you beasts. Any one of you supporting these beasts, stay away from me. I couldn't care what you like or subscribe. Your YouTube algorithms, it'll take you into some other point of bestiality. You should be contacting your Polish therapist right now. You should be contacting anyone Polish and saying, we understand what's happening in that Polish annex. Why are you still abusing children? Why are you still abusing children? That was Landsberg, Nazi Germany. Why are you still abusing children and calling this country Poland? Why are you doing that? They're doing it because the Catholic cult earns money from abusing children. It funds charities, long term, for women to become fanatical enough to abuse children. That's what Scottish Edinburgh Women's Aid was. That's what it is. And that's the reason that Women's Aid grows today, because it's a fanatical child abusing charity. You think about who you support. You think about the next thing you do. And make sure you start standing up for children. Please. So many of you on here, predators. Call yourself security services. Think any child would feel safe in your presence? Not a chance. Not a chance, you predators. Doesn't matter who you are. You always protect the paedophile. You'll always protect the abuser. You're going to get it very, very soon. So many of you are understanding what I'm saying very, very soon. So many of these prosecutors, these paedophiles, these little effeminate men, these violent, feminist, beastly women putting pedestals every day. You beasts. You deserve what's coming into your life. My children deserved help years ago from you. I deserved help years ago from you. This guy's just whinging about the same thing. Child abuse continues, you ignorant pigs. Every one of you ignorant pigs. Family, friends, ignorant pigs. Neighbours, churches, ignorant pigs. Freemasonic scumbags, Eastern Star, ignorant pigs. Child abusing, ignorant pigs. Come and end me if you want, you ignorant pigs. I got no thought about you ignorant pigs. Real men and women will always stand up for children, you ignorant pigs. So done with you. I'm so done with you. Krzysztof Brzezinski, it's between me and you. There will be a billions watt lawsuit. You will suffer. You will suffer for protecting prosecutor Catherine, who called me a terrorist and threw me in a dungeon. You think you can throw a man in a dungeon for 2 days and nothing's going to happen to you? You pigs. Child abusing pigs. You keep my children unsafe and away from me, so I never know and they'll never know, you child abusing pigs. Yeah, maybe no one's standing up right now. It's only when you go that step far that people stand up here. Always has been. Hiding behind historical child abuse. You pigs. You dirty pigs. You're never going to get away with this. My name's Joseph Day. This is Barhead in Glasgow. My children were abducted from this town. I couldn't care less if you're Freemasons or Catholic. I couldn't care what side you're sitting on. You should be sitting on the side of children. If you're a parent and you're on here and you've not assisted me or put details down in the notes or pressed like or done any of that subscribe nonsense, the YouTube algorithms force you to do so you get to watch what you're supposed to like. It's a lot of shit. You make children suffer. You make children suffer. You're going to get what's coming to you. Krzysztof Brzezinski, you're going to get what's coming. Prosecutor that protects child abusers. Prosecutor Catherine and Gorchin Gorziow Kapolski, you're going to get what's coming to you, you beast. You beast. No wonder fathers are killing themselves every day. They've not got one place to turn here. They've not got a single person to turn to. Family and friends, every one of them squirm and go into their shell when they see a man actually stand up and get angry. Angry your non-reaction towards child abuse as they tell you it happened yesterday when it's happening right now. Oh, live in the present. If you want to live in the present, understand what I'm telling you, you fucking beasts. You stupid beasts. Understand every word I'm telling you is true. Children need your help. And if you're going to belittle children, belittle parents, belittle the family, continue family violence, continually help these vile little women, feminist beasts, always assisted with as much money as the little feminist beast wants. Wonder how many fathers have taken their own lives today because they're in the very same situation, not knowing if their children feel safe. And knowing only that people in their community don't support them. They know people in their community, their own family, their own brothers are never going to stand by them. They're never going to come up to his house to see if he's safe. They're never going to see if he's still breathing because they know that he's going to kill himself because his children have been abused and he can never know how they think, how they feel and where they are. That's exactly what you're doing to fathers right now. That's why the highest suicide rate in Scotland is in Glasgow. They're killing themselves because the DAIU assist child abusers. The Polish Catholic cult will abduct children to Poland. Because if we can help paedophile priests hide in Poland, we can abduct and abuse children in Poland. One day you'll learn how to talk up for your children. One day you'll learn to be a man. One day you're going to learn how to actually speak to these parasites. You are not going to care if they throw you in the prison cell, but you know as soon as they get you out, you're going to tear their faces off. Scumbags. You scumbag child abusing parasites. You've got no idea what anger is, you've got no idea what reaction is, you've got no idea what's coming to you. You've got no idea, you parasites. You don't live in fear, you live in wanting to die. You live wanting to die the next minute because no one's going to stand by you for the next hour. No one's going to stand by you. No one ever stands by you. No one stands by the safety of children. No one stands by the rights of fathers. Not one person's ever been funded to do this for very obvious reasons. Catholic cult paedophiles, Freemasonic paedophiles, intergenerational child abuse. This is the control mechanism that you've always been facing for the last couple of 100 years. Every one of these people put in prominent positions have been pestered as children and abused as children, and they are the abusers. They are the abusers. Predators in your police, predators in your government, predators in your women's charities. Children have got no chance with you. Children have got no chance with you. Brothers. Fools. Foolish wee Freemasons. I'm sorry you were fondled as children. I'm sorry these women done that to you. But you're a grown man and you can get past that. We can't just continually let these child abusing feminist women continue. You don't become a child abusing rapist just because you were abused by a woman. You don't abuse kids because you were abused by some stinking wee nurse in Scotland across the road and everybody kept their mouth shut. She get moved away. That's what happens to brothers here. Your brothers here are raped by women. But nurses, that's what happens to your brothers. That's what happens to you here. And then your kids are taken away and abused in Poland. How could she possibly abduct children after calling you a rapist? How could she do that? She's assisted by the police, funded. That's why the police are on here every day. That's why I get shut down every year on a new one of these crappy channels which I've had going for 10, 11, 12 years now. They allow you to log back into the old channels. Every video you've made is gone. Every video of memory you had with your children gone, and every memory you could have had stolen by the child abuser, stolen by your own family. And as false allegations roll in, your friends and family that don't help, they jump on the bandwagon with the false allegations. Maybe you are a rapist. Maybe you did abuse her. Maybe you do punch women in the head. Maybe you're the one that abuses kids. That's what happens. As a father, when you get false allegations, even though you could prove 1,000 of them wrong, even though you could have that woman that made the allegations stand up in court and accept and say that Women's Aid told her to say that I was a rapist, she can stand up and I still don't get funded, I still don't get help, my children still don't feel safe, I get no idea where they are. This guy's so angry. Why is he spouting the same nonsense? You fools. Doesn't matter what age you are. If you're capable of being a man and father, we'll see it. But what we've got here is predators. Predators taking the piss. Maybe we can push him over the edge and watch an execution live. We've not seen an execution live for a week or two now. Maybe it's better to watch a man being shot through the head just because of an opinion. Maybe this man will hang himself or kill himself. That'll be great to watch. Parasites. That's exactly what's funded. That's exactly what we fund in the UK. We fund the way to kill fathers. We fund a way to rape children. And we fund a way that women won't speak up. And believe me, women put their heads down. Women put their heads down. They have done for years. Brainless thieves, always on the take. You want some happy wee guy telling you about a fake life that doesn't exist right now. That's what you want, isn't it? You want me walking about this town smiling, handing out some sweeties to all the good people. There's none left. The Freemasons got there first and the Catholic Church done the rest. Freemasons were in years ago, hundreds of years ago, just after obviously the Catholics set them up, allowed them to make some changes, but there's never changes in the beasts that you are. The beasts that you are, The security service is still endangering the life of children. The security service is still taking lives off fathers as you record through the phones that you give them in their hands. You love that people have phones all over the place because you can watch the deaths now. You can watch these murders. You can watch people take their own life because you don't help them, because you abuse their children. And as they give you the details of the abuse by the abusers, you do nothing. You always assist the parasites. Go on, keep writing below, you little predators. I know decent men and women always put decent things. Decent men and women can see through any of this talk. They can see it's not just an angry man. They can see that's a father who has children and he's worried. And most of these can't even see that. Most of these can't see past worry. You start to worry about the worry. Oh, that worry might end up hurting me. This worry might end up hurting you. This worry may end up hurting you, but my children are being hurt, and I've already told you who done it. I've already told you the town and the people. I told you who carried out the abduction. I've already told you she lied and the police assisted in it. The domestic abuse investigation unit. No, you're guilty. You're a rapist and guilty straight away. You're never innocent until proven guilty. You're a danger. And none of your family will stick by. They'll tell you to shut up in case anyone hears. They'll tell you, shut your mouth. Someone might hear that your children are being abused and Scotland assisted in the abuse and the Catholics are the one that funds it and the Freemasons are the one that carry out the assaults on children and their families. Just like the Jesuits, just like the Knights of Columbus, just like every other Catholic cult, just like the Eastern Star. The Eastern Star are so heavily funded. That's a women's institute, by the way. Female Freemasons. There's so many walking about your town that look like men. They should never be close to children. And they're always in these little fake charities. Oh, your children's so nice. Never safe with the police around. Never safe with these fake fathers, fake mothers. They've sold themselves. People just get on with things. There's no real happiness in this life. You know? People just get on with things until they die, and that's what they think their life should be right now. Because they're not going to have opinions. They don't have enough brains to have opinions or get to the end where we're going to do the right thing. What's the right thing? Assisting in our future. What is our future? The children. Should we assist them instead of raping them and abusing them? Maybe we should do that. Maybe that Scottish guy that I can't understand's talking a bit of sense. Nah, I doubt it. He said boys get raped off women, nurses. And then they protect the nurses that do that. No, but it can't happen like that. If any of you have sons and daughters, if you have a son or a daughter and you don't know if they're safe, you don't know how they feel right now, you don't know where they are or who's with them, and you're okay with that, there's something very wrong with you. The same as there's something very wrong in this entirety of society. There's so much wrong. There's no decency. There's no civility. There's nothing, no reason. There's no purpose for men and families to continue. I don't know why there's not just mass fighting in the streets. Because the police support the criminals. The police support criminals, the police support child abuse, the police support rape and paedophilia. The Catholic cults in all your churches are the paedophiles, they are the rapists, they are the ones, the gatekeepers. The gatekeepers are everyone you turn to thinking it's the system. The gatekeepers are the people keeping you entrapped in this life that you don't want. The gatekeepers are the one that sits and works in all your little council buildings. They work in all your charities and they want to keep you where you are. They're not going to allow you to get to the next step. And the next step is knowing your children are safe. The next step is knowing your children are safe. A handful of people, and I guarantee there's probably been 1,000 on here of you security service. A handful of people have agreed. A handful of you have agreed about child safety. You paedophiles, you vast majority, you 99%, you scumbags. None of you should be trusted. None of you should be trusted. And most of you are probably sent across here because you're hearing that children aren't safe. Oh, where are children not safe? In your town, children aren't safe. In your house, children aren't safe. In these church buildings, children aren't safe. In front of priests and policemen, children aren't safe. Next to a nurse, children aren't safe. And that's just how we've built all of society. You brain-dead beasts. Freemasonry and Catholic cult members have built this shithole. They've built it, and they've built it on the backs of children being raped. Some by their family, some by their friends. As long as it happens, as long as they are taken away from where they feel safe. And for my children, that's taken away from me. They're taken away from me because they felt safe with me, and they're handed to some paedophile, child abusing nation that protect priests. Every person hates to hear about the fact that children are being abused. They're quite happy to voice their hate, their disdain. Why are you talking about child abuse? We don't want to know, especially women. Women don't want to know child abuse is continuing. Women want to hide. You'll never be big enough to speak to anyone if you can't stand up to these scumbags abusing kids. You'll never assist the abused children. As soon as I can make it to Poland, I'll be there. As soon as I can get there, I'll get there. You can come and try and execute me wherever you like. You come and try and execute me wherever you like. If you support these paedophiles in Poland and Gorzów Wielkopolski, come and execute me. I know there's plenty of people there that support me, and they support fathers, and they support children, and they don't support paedophile priests being hidden in your town, been planted in your town. And I know many of you little Freemasonic Catholics do. I can see in my own town, I can see the people that used to smile at the Catholic Church at me and wave. I can see the face that you make at me. I can see the hate that you have. Christians, filled with hate, Christians. These are weak. You're weak. You love children to be vulnerable. That's how you feel strong. Making other people feel vulnerable is how you feel strong. You want me to read out some of your nasty wee messages? Ah? You want me to read out some of your nasty wee messages so the predator class can hear that you've done your wee job? What are you? I'm a father, and you're a beast. Stand in front of me, come on, and I'll show you that a father can do, you beast. Too many of you police out there hiding behind your stupid wee wage. Too many of you police hiding behind your position. Too many of you stupid people within the councils and within Freemasons hiding. Show your face. Thanks very much. I know there are people standing with me. I know it's the strongest people. And when I say strong, it doesn't mean you can beat people up. It means that you're willing to stand up in front of these predators. Thank you. I appreciate every single one of you that are capable and willing to stand up and be the outcast, because you will be the outcast. People call you names every day. Your own family would rather have you never be in their presence. Your own brothers will never ever they'll make a 20,000 kilometre visit to go and see some Freemasonic friends, but no, brother. This is exactly what's happening in every single town in the world. It doesn't matter if you're in America, UK, it doesn't matter where you are around Europe. Children are used, abused, cut up into pieces and sold. Children are used, abused, cut up into pieces and sold. And 5 years on here are looking to help children, and the rest are predators. What's wrong with you, man? If you want me to top myself, you can continually say that every day. This is the security services. You'll be happy with me topping myself, as most of you would. Thank God. Don't worry. Blunted the left is feeling... The left and right are the same thing. You have to know. There's no difference between the left and the right. The little nonsense that is Tommy Robinson and these billionaires, Elon Musk, idiots. Grab Elon Musk by the hair and flush him down the toilet. He's a wee rat. Then you'd been bought by presidents like Donald Trump. I'm not saying he's not trying to do something decent before he dies, because unless maybe he's dead already, I don't know. But half of the videos with him in are fake. And every time I've seen him, he wears makeup. As a 78-year-old man wearing makeup, this is a clue that we're dealing with predators that aren't real. I mean, all you Freemason and Catholic cult types, all the men wear makeup and all the women look like dogs. And that's why women are becoming the abusive beasts. We've been filling them full of male hormones for decades and decades, filling women full of male hormones, filling men full of female hormones, and they're all turning effeminate little pussies that don't protect children. So I know there's a handful left that didn't take any of that nonsense. They don't fall for these tricks. I know there's a handful out there, and sadly it is today only a handful. But it doesn't matter, that's where it starts from. Every day it starts from there. Ask, told, you. You're always going to have little Freemasons or Catholic beasts on here. You're always going to face that. And do you see, if I have to go and face that in the centre of my town, I'll go and do it. If I need to face 100 people in the centre outside the main shopping centre where you want to do whatever to hurt me, I couldn't care less what you do in this town. And that's what you should be like as well. If you're in your town, you stand up for children. Don't stand up for the predator. Don't stand up for any of these predators that abuse kids. And I mean the police, and I mean your councillors, and I mean the MSPs and MPs. I mean all of these people. What's a Freemason? A Freemason's the wee rats coming on here like you, talking nonsense and not pressing the like button, because I'm talking about the safety and protection of children, and 5 people who've done that. And about 1,000 people have on, 5 people have pressed that they want children to be protected and they stand for the rights of children. 5. So who's on here? When you're asking what's a Freemason, you're a Freemason, you wee knob. You're a Freemason. A Freemason is a little Catholic cult member. You've nothing between your legs and you're constantly up here thinking about hurting children. It's the only way. You're into things like bestiality. You're into things like breaking your family and breaking down your own brother. So when you're asking what a Freemason is, a thing like you, the thing I'm describing. And if you can ask me while on here and you're on the internet, let me take you down and introduce them. Any one of you Freemasons out there from the 307, let me come and do an interview with you. Let me come and speak to you. Because you need to inform me, because I'm obviously not informed. You're out there and you're helping people in your local community and environment. You're assisting in kids clubs. You're doing all the things to take children on day trips and doing the right thing within our community, Freemasons. So you speak to me. And then we'll see. Ask her a few questions. Let's see. No, you're wrong. Of course I'm wrong. Because you just having 3 words on my channel where you can come and subscribe, you can come and tell me I'm wrong every day, but the thing is, I'm right. I'm the only man willing to stand up and do what's right, because there's so many little women out there that abuse kids, there's so many little men that are policemen, and they're not there to protect children. They're there to protect the beast. They protect the predator. Lots of you enjoy it's because you're Freemasons, you're defending them. Maybe you've got a collar around your neck and you're a little dog from the Catholic cult. Maybe you're that little dog, I couldn't care less. There's about 1,000 different names for you odd fellows. And you've always been the ones beasting kids. You've always been the one funding the predator. And right now, that's why the military-industrial complex runs your government. Not your MPs or MSPs. They're not even little face men anymore, do you know that? They're nothing. I mean, they're nothing but predators. Bought and paid for, little Hackett boys. Right.
Hello, missus. How are we?
And then the help arrives, and the world becomes safe again. And all the competent people are walking round assisting old disabled women that need to wash themselves. I'm glad in my community there's still women going round assisting women to have washing done, to have tea. I'm not saying they know anything about health, safety or getting better. But it's not about that. If it was a mother who had her children abducted and the father abducted them, every one of you out there would be helping me right now. Every one of you would be helping my son and daughter. If I was a mother that had her son and daughter abducted by the father, and I was a Polish father that went to Poland, if I wasn't part of this Catholic cult, I'd be in prison. If I wasn't part of the Catholic cult, I'd be in prison. You need to be part of the Catholic cult, and you can abuse kids. Now, for the police to assist in that abuse and for it to be court documented, you're going to face a lot of trouble, Police Scotland. The DAIU, you're going to be investigated. Internationally, you're going to be investigated. Like I said, incoherent babbling.